right, ladies, saddle up.
She's a woman, but she still manages to make that sound like an insult.
Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. Movie adaptations of video games have typically been pretty awful. So when I heard there was a live-action Monster Hunter movie coming to the big screen, I was skeptical to say the least. Monster Hunter is a gaming franchise that I will always hold near and dear to my heart. I played a good handful of games in the series, but none have matched my affinity for Monster Hunter Freedom Unite on the PSP. I've spent almost 2,000 hours on just that game. I've always considered it probably one of my favorite video games of all time, and it's easily the most time I've ever spent into a game. Every weekend, me and one of my best friends I would consider like a brother to me would go over to either his house or mine to just play Monster Hunter together all weekend, from sun up to sundown, only taking breaks to eat or sleep, and we did this for years. Even playing solo to grind further to completing the game. We had to be the G-ranked Hunters of Legends. I mean, I soloed Ukenloose, which is something I still consider one of my greatest gaming achievements in my life. The thing I love so much about Monster Hunter is the grind to power, something I normally hate in other games, but in this series it's so well balanced that it's not only challenging, but it's rewarding to grow without feeling impossible. Every time you kill that giant monster, it feels like a true feat. The amount of adrenaline I would get from that objective clear cutscene with the triumphant music after a long onslaught battle has been unmatched in any other game. The core gameplay of Monster Hunter is you start off small and build up to legendary monsters that are truly intimidating. You craft or upgrade new armor and weapons by collecting items or killing monsters to hopefully get the item that you need for that awesome new sword or armor set to help you advance further into the game. The stories to the game are pretty much always there's some big monster terrorizing something and you need to kill it when you're ready. It's simple because the main focus of these games is solely on the gameplay. The thrill of tracking down that monster, having an epic boss fight with it, then building the kick-ass armor set out of its dead remains. To me, Monster Hunter has always shined the brightest as a co-op game. To coordinate with friends to take down giant monsters is so satisfying and fun. Me and my buddy had Freedom Unite down to a science. We worked as a well-oiled machine to take down literally every monster in the game multiple times to craft whatever we wanted. We were decorated hunters, and the fact that I sold off my PSP along with Monster Hunter will forever haunt me as one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my life. So many hours wasted. With my love of the franchise, I knew going into this film I should go in with an open mind. Try not to think about the games, but only what the movie presents. When I found out Paul W.S. Anderson and Mila Jovovich was involved, I became curious because this is the same team that made the Resident Evil movies, and I actually really enjoy those. Now, with a grain of salt, I am not a fan of the Resident Evil games, but to me the movies were just fun popcorn flicks that made for good background noise. Then I saw that Tony Jaa hopped on the project along with Ron Perlman.
Amen, Jesus.
And the release of the first image for this movie made me pretty excited. It looked like Monster Hunter. Then the army image was released. With that one image, every bit of steam was taken out of me. Monster Hunter is a game in a series set in a different world and time. Alright, what's shaking bacon? So today we have a deck that I've wanted to play for a really, really long time. And that is Golgari Graves. This is a deck that White Lotus Punts covered. If you want to check out his content, go check it out. It's awesome. He did a great video on this, kind of talking about the deck, some play lines, and everything like that. So, hi puppy. What are you doing, you puppers? Sorry, I got a puppy dog here craving some attention. What's up, Lotus? So anyway, we're going to be playing some Golgari Graves today. It's a little bit dark out, so get some extra light from the good old camera light. We're a Golgari deck. We're a Golgari deck that plays almost exclusively creatures, which is super exciting for me. We have one copy of Jungle Hollow, 3 Riveteer's Overlook, 5 snow-covered forests, 7 snow-covered swamps, and 4 woodland chasms for our mana base. 20 lands, pretty simple mana base. You want to constantly just be hitting your mana while also playing creatures. And let's talk about the creature package first of this deck. Well, the reason we're playing snow-covered lands is because we have Priest of the Haunted Edge. This is our really... What's up, Pigeon? This is kind of our pseudo removal card, I guess, if you will. You can tap it to sacrifice it. It deals target creature gets -X till in a turn, where X is the number of snow lanes you control, and you can only activate it as a sorcery. Don't know how I feel about that, but a 0/4 is kind of worthwhile. So we'll see how this works out. We have Blanchwood Prowler, which when it enters battlefield, you mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you don't, it gets +1/+1 counter. So really a 2/2 that kind of mills us, but if need be, we can get our land off of it. We have 1 Masked Vandal in the main board to deal with artifacts and enchantments. 4 Seder Wayfinders to fill up the graveyard. 4 Werebears. This card is cool. You can tap it to add green mana, which I don't know how often you're going to be tapping it for green mana, but as Threshold, it gets 3 plus 3 is 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Very easy to get to over 7 in this graveyard, so it's a 2-drop 4/4, which is really cool. We have 3 copies of Eerie Soul Tender. I've been a fan of this card forever. Enters battlefield, mills 3. It's a 3/1, but you exile it from the graveyard for 5 mana, and you can return a target creature card from your hand, so it's kind of a Tortured Existence effect. So that's really cool. We have 4 Gorging Vultures, which this card just seems really cool. It is a 3-drop 2/2 flyer. I think I'm having a stroke here. When it enters the battlefield, you mill 4 cards and you gain 1 life for each creature milled this way. We are creature heavy, so I would assume you're at least hitting 1 or 2 every time, if not more. We have 3 Gurmag Anglers to swallow up dead cards out of our graveyard, and then we have 4 Writhing Necromass, which is a card I've loved ever since it came out. I've crammed this thing into Tortex a bajillion times. A 5/5 Death Toucher that costs 1 less for each creature in the graveyard. Typically it costs 1. And well, what are we doing with all of our stuff we mill over? Well, we have cards to kind of do some things. We have Gnawed of the Bone to really draw the game out, so we can eventually close in with like Werebears, Withering Necromass, and Gurmag Angler. We have 2 copies of Crawl from the Cellar for Recursion, and we have 4 copies of Seed of Hope. Mill 2 cards, put a permanent card from among those milled into your hand. You gain 2 life as kind of a cantrip draw spell. Sideboard wise, we get 3 Crypt Rats to blow up the board. What's up, Bull? To like blow up the board, deal with pesky little ones. We get 2 Fairy Macabres to deal with graveyard stuff. We get 4 Rancid Earths, which I thought was kind of interesting, to blow up lands. But if 7 or more cards in your land, it has Threshold. Instead, destroy that land, and Rancid Earth deals 1 damage to each creature and player, so it could also be a board wipe. Let's get it, dude. Gravestown, baby. Exactly. 3 more Masked Vandals for the matchup, 1 Tormod's Crypt, and 2 Nile Spell Bombs for even more graveyard interaction. We're not interacting with our opponent very much other than beating face and using our graveyard as a somewhat accelerant. So I feel like this is probably a deck that the better of a pilot you are, the better it's going to run. So we'll see how this runs for me. But I am very curious. This is a deck that's been on my, like, I need to play this at some point list for a while. I've played it like 1 time during a player profile interview, and that's like the only time I've played this deck. So I'm really looking forward to like checking this deck out, like really actually getting in some games with it. And then tomorrow, I think tomorrow is going to be modern, and then Friday I'll do Discord vote. So if you want to participate in the Discord vote, you can consider becoming a member. There'll be a link in the description. From there, 99 cents a month, you can join our community Discord server, where there's just honestly like a pretty nice flow stream of chatting and deck lists and everything like that to check out. But once a week I have Discord vote on decks from the Discord to play, and that will be Friday. Also want to thank Alex Pimsteiner for becoming a member yesterday off stream. So thank you very much. Round of applause for Alex for doing so. I hope you enjoyed the Discord server. I would go first. But as for the other decks that's in the queue, I am working my way through them. But I have been kind of in a mood. I think this is a mulligan. I have been kind of in the mood to. I like this hand better. Keep this. What do we bottom here? Do we just bottom a land? And then we can hopefully seed a hope for one. Or just draw one, I guess. Woodland Chasm and pass. Yeah, as for the other ones that isn't part of the Discord community, I am still trying to work my way through them, so I can remove the stop here. We're not playing Dredge. Another Grimag's kind of interesting. Seed of Hope's instant, so I'm probably just going to Seed of Hope. My dog has a toy chicken. Probably just going to Seed of Hope on their turn. I like this land a lot. There's been a lot of cool lands recently. I'm a big fan of the Neon Dynasty Kamigawas. I'm a big fan of the last Innistrad block. These are cool too. There's a lot of cool lands out right now for Magic. That guy's doing good. I fucking love when he does that. Does what? Oh, the chicken? The Hey, good boy. Him's laying down right now. Well, maybe. Just plopped up. Yeah, DKY. It's hilarious. It can be, yeah. Especially when it's like rando. I'll never forget, I was in Walmart one day, and I'm just going to try to Gorging Vulture here. I was in Walmart one day, and we was looking at the dog toys, and this woman was there, and she grabbed one of the chickens that we have, because they were like 99 cents at Walmart. She grabs one of the chickens that we have for Lemmy, and she squeezed it, and it went like it does, and she went, nope, and put it back down. And I was like, yep. I told her, I was like, that's probably a good choice. I said, my dog has 2 of them. And I said, they're indestructible. I said, they've lasted forever, but they are loud. I just like, yeah, she just squeezed it and went, and she was like, nope. Just put it back down. I'm just having chicken toy remix video flashback. What? Oh, are you talking like where they would like push their hand down on them and they'd all scream? Those aren't that's not the exact same chicken. They're kind of built the same way, but this one we have, it's like they have a male and a female one, and the male one has like a tuxedo suit and the female one's in like a dress with pearls. That's funny. The guy making covers? Or like making covers of the music of the bird, the chicken, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're pimp chickens. Maybe. How much does writhing necromask cost? I'm gonna attack. Let's see what they do. Maybe I shouldn't attack here, but I'm going to. Say, Lotus, you're more familiar with this deck. I wouldn't mind taking some advice here. It costs 5 currently. Give him the crash course, Lotus. Exactly. Yeah, I figured there's a counter spell. Why I didn't eat the full graveyard. I feel like attacking there was good because we have more life and we have like Knot of the Bone and stuff in the graveyard too. So like in theory we have a lot of cards. I don't feel like we need more than 4 mana. I feel like we're 4 mana right now. Lotus is our sensei anyway. True. He's very smart when it comes to the game. Let's see if they got another counter spell here. No. What if I clicked on Necromass? It would tell me how much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Necromass costs 2. Frantic inventory, sure. Just this mono blue Delver? Is this fairies? Like, I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming this is like mono blue terror is what I'm assuming this is. Which we might have a hard time fighting through that. But I'm not sure. He's been doing it for 25 years. When Guru watches you play, you do better. True. 5 mana is minimum game threshold to activate Eerie Soul to flash. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, 5 mana is probably where you want to be at. That makes sense. I'm fine with this because I want to eat this Delver. Spyro Golem, I'm not really that pressed about. But, yeah, Terror. That's what I figured. I like Spyro Golem Mono Blue Terror. I do too. I don't like Mono Blue Terror more than Blue Black Terror though, personally, but yeah, I mean, if you're going to, makes sense. If we're gonna have all those islands, you know. My only thing I don't like about Blue Black Terror is you're a lot lower on threats. This deck is a lot heavier on threats. Terror is just like a really good closer. You know what I mean? It's not like trying to turbo out Terror. It's more the Terror is the closer card. Yeah, I don't imagine Terror comes in. I'm gonna attempt to flashback this and they have curve. Damn. They have Terror and curve. Depending on mono blue build, they run 4/4 spikes. Duly noted. Our problem is we're just gonna die to this Spyro Golem. So we don't have like a good way to fight that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Four, 5, 6, 7. Trying to get rid of some of the dorky creatures, just so we can get this Gurmag out. Oh, that hurt our werebear, didn't it? Shit, I didn't think about that. Did not think about that. It's backing up Terror with more stuff too. Yeah, true. With Serpentine Curve, I don't think they run it. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of regret the werebear, the Gurmag here, because it hurt the werebear. The werebear, I think, is more important than the Gurmag. It's like, let's just be another Terror. I mean, a Serpentine Curve. I don't think we win this game. Sideboard wise, I still don't even know what we win if we win sideboard wise. Like Spellbomb and Crip isn't very good against Serpentine Curve. We don't have good flyer answers either. Yeah, this feels like a bad matchup. I'd go 1 or 2 anglers max in the build. Correct me if I'm understating the need to draw them. True, and they just have another Spire. Well, hey, there's that. Yink. Damn it. Forgot to put a counter on it. See, our Gurmag should be a 7/7 right now. Yeah, when I was toying around with Metal Graves, I found myself dropping Gurmag for the sake of Nimble Mongoose and Werebear. Yeah, I don't know. Gurmag's a little weird. I figured our graveyard, when I've seen Lotus play this, I figured our graveyard would be a lot more filled up by now. But that's not been the case at all. I mean, it's not like we're totally out of this game, but I don't feel confident. Especially when we draw all of our threats. Drawn into a lot more payoffs rather than engine, it happens. I guess so. And I kind of agreed to that, right? I just wish we had a better way to deal with these flyers. Maybe it's worth bringing in Crypt Rats for? I don't know. I guess we could bring in Mass Vandals, because Mass Vandals would exile them. Lauren Revealed is such a crazy powerful card. What's Metal Graves? The name is Fire. Yes, it is. It's similar to this deck, if I remember right, but it's more like artifact and affinity based. Well, affinity, but, you know, artifacty based. So I imagine they have a counterspell here somewhere, right? There's the Soul Tender. There's another counterspell. Oh, okay, Force Spike. Lame. Turning sideways and attacking. Alright, fuck it, let's do it. Am I not being aggressive enough? For the blocks? We get another one to our Gnaw to the Bones. Leave a couple back for block. I just swung everything. Oh, Blanchwood Prowler would just throw underneath the Fractal token unless they bounce it to hand. Yup. 9. That lethal. 2, 4. 9. Yep, that's Xaxes. Alright. Probably didn't play that very well. I am going to bring in the other Mass Vandals just to deal with those stupid flyers. I feel like otherwise we can deal with most of what our opponents got going on. What do we cut? I'm going to cut 1 out of the bone. Let's cut... What do I cut? I'm going to cut 2 Blanchwood Prowlers. I don't think I even care about dealing with their graveyard, honestly, at all. Like, it would slow down Terror, but they're not really turbo terroring, you know what I mean? And it doesn't do anything against Serpentine Curve, so let's do this. Probably played game 1 very poorly. One of the downsides of playing a bunch of different decks all the time is, you know, you're just going in with your experimental glasses figuring out how decks work, you know? Correct, sir? Thank you. I'm glad my assumption was correct, Amundo. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of your thing, is like you're just kind of going in, like, all right, let's see how this works. How does this interact? You know what I mean? Blanchwood or Spike Me. I was like, do it, you bitch. Yield through turn. What'd I click? Exile? I meant to click Graveyard. They could also bring in Graveyard Hate, but I don't know how much Graveyard Hate really affects us a whole bunch. So that would be interesting to see how that works, because we only have a minimal amount of recursion, right? I might play Satyr Wayfinder here, just so Gorging Vulture doesn't get countered. Satyr Wayfinder gets counters, not as big of a deal. Plus, it will turn on our Werebear if it doesn't get countered. If it gets countered, it gets countered, you know what I mean? And I will grab a land out of here. 2 Mass Vandals in the grave kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. 100% correct. Always on a different deck, and it's hard to play it really well. For me, I have to get a lot of reps in. Yeah, same here. Like I said, I never think I pilot anything expertly, but yeah, it takes a lot of games for me to be like, yeah, dog, this is what I need to do, you know? I might just play the Mass Vandal here. Force the issue on the Spell Bomb. You know? Just force the issue on it. I mean, I guess it could have Counterspell, right? Either way, I feel like we're going to get something worthwhile from this. For us, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just full of shit. No, turn off auto yields. I want to attack. That's annoying, but in theory, like, if we can just them not hold up Counterspell for a fucking turn, which I'm assuming is what they're doing, we can just Gorging Vulture, Seed of Hope. You know? To kind of refill our graveyard back up. Lotus, how is Graveyard Hate? I guess we're going to find out this game, but, like, is Graveyard Hate actually really, like, potent against us? Because it doesn't really feel like it would be. We are down to only 1 Mass Vandal, though, for this stupid Spire Golem. Damn. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Tempo loses. Tempo lost, but beatable. Okay. That's what it kind of felt like. Turn off auto yields. Yield until end step. I want a Seed of Hope. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Necromask costs 3. I'm gonna Eerie Soul Tender and Werebear here. That's what I'm gonna do. They have to have Counterspell. There's like no way they don't have Counterspell. They're just trying to debate on what they want to Counterspell. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, look at that. Necromask only costs 1. There it is. Do you have 2 of them? Force Spike? Okay, no, cool. Went through. Well, with that going through, I'm actually just gonna Alpha Strike here. I think I have Metal Graves on the deck list. Pigeon, maybe not. It's Abzan Metal Graves. I'm pretty sure it's in the Pauper deck list. Pretty sure it is. Oh, they're going in hard for Lorien revealed. Just gonna attack with everybody. Priest of the Haunted Edge. Werebear. That's it. We have a pretty impressive board. Like, no lie. We also have cards like Crawl from the Cellar. Alright, we got there. Being on the draw, I think we just run it back. I think we're fine with everything we have. Mass Vandals to try to eat the Spyro Golem. Well, we can also eat like their spell bombs and stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it back. What's up, David? I don't know if you can repping the merch here. We need Boneyard Orbs downshifted. We need a lot of stuff downshifted. Let's get Life of the Loam downshifted. Thank you. Let's get the Rack and Shrieking Affliction down. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff I want downshifted. This is a land heavy hand, but we have like ways to fill up our graveyard. Plus we can just Nod of the Bone twice. I want to keep this. I'm not like super in love with it, but I think it's keepable. What a great shirt, exactly. I believe you designed this, Lotus. This gives me a turn 2 play, drawing Seed of Hope, which I like. Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, David Royale has some really awesome merch for sale. And I think Lotus designed a couple of them. So check those out. There'll be links on David's stuff to them. It's good material quality. Like, quality, I mean. Like, the print's good on it. It's nice material as a shirt. The one thing I really like is it's only the saying. David did. Okay. Gotcha. I wasn't entirely sure. I know you guys like kind of worked together on it, but I wasn't entirely sure like what the deal was there, you know. Lotus gave the ideas and final approval. Gotcha. I was impressed. Yeah, I am too. Like, it's a good quality shirt. The thing I like about it the most is I'm a big and tall fella, and so a lot of the time I don't like how shirts fit me if I don't buy big and tall, because I have a long torso, and So if I get a shirt, I'm a 2X and big and tall. Because I got a hefty, chunky belly. I meant to play Seed of Hope there. Whoops. I got a big, chunky, hefty belly, right? I'm a big boy. And, you know, the 2X long fits my weirdly long torso very nicely. Where like a regular cut 2X doesn't very well. But then if I get a regular 3X, it doesn't fit me like in my chest and my arms and stuff. So it's like weirdly uncomfortable. So I'm like, how big a fella are you? I'm 6'2", and if I'm not 3 bills, I'm just shy of 3 bills. So I'm a big fella. But anyway, the shirt actually fits really nicely. And I like these like baseball cut shirts. I'm a big fan of those. I don't know what they're actually called, but you know, where they have like half a long sleeve and they're like two-tone. I'm a big fan of these kind of shirts. And they're hard to find that fit my size too, like in these kind of shirts. So these actually fit really nicely. So I'm actually, like I said, I'm really impressed. I like them quite a bit. Well, yeah, we're gonna Seed of Hope here. I'm 5'7" and some built and ordered 2X. Yeah, I'm 6'2" and not very slim. Sure, I'm fine with that. Not that big of a deal. Mass Vandal, we'll hold on to. What do I want to do here? I could Eerie Soul Tender into Gurmag. Actually feels like probably the best thing to do. And we just eat our whole graveyard. Which does make Mass Vandal and Gnaw to the Bone worse. But it puts a lot of pressure on them. I guess we can Eerie Soul Tender first and see what we mill over, right? Do they run Snap? No, they're running Boomerang. I had to think. I was like, they're not running Snap, but they're running the other thing. Which I mean would be tilting, but you know, we got to do something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, cancel. So we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave in our Necromass in the graveyard. Nice little chumpy boy for the terror. And then we have the Mass Vandal, which I would hate to eat the Necromass. Like, I would like to draw like a Satyr Wayfinder or a Gorging Vulture or another Eerie Sultan. You know, something to fill the graveyard a little bit more. Well, there's the Golem. I don't want to eat this Necromass. That's my problem. They're foretelling. Slam at them with Angler, I say. Right? I might. I think I will. We'll play aggressive. I don't care. We should have attacked with Satyr Wayfinder and your Soul Tender too. If I Mass Vandal away our Necromass, we lose 1 Necromass, which I don't think is a deal breaker. Just have a direct answer to Spire Golem. And if they counter this, it's not that big of a deal either, right? I didn't figure they have a counter. When you chump block, you target for Vandal. I guess it's true. I don't think they attack with terror, though. I really don't. I'd be really surprised if they attack with terror. Just because their crackback is much harder, unless they have a lot of other stuff. Now you can triple block terror. True. We actually have good triple block for terror. Then comes in the insectile. I mean, if they have curve here, that's annoying. Or they tap 2 mana for brainstorm. How many cards does opponent have? 5. Well, they're brainstorming, so not really 5, 3. But they have the foretell card. There's another terror. Let's go, Puppy You Rock. Gorging Vulture's cool, actually. I'm assuming that was the mail that came through. I'm still waiting on a couple of paper cards. I'm waiting on a Orcish Bowmasters to come in and a couple of Path of Perils to come in. Taking forever. Alright, so what happens if we punch face? Probably hurts, right? Hey, Lamb, come here, bub. Come here. Yeah, we know Mail's here, right? We know. Come here. We know. Just keep swinging with the terror only. So just keep swinging with only Gurmag. I mean Angler, yeah. I mean it's the same thing, right? They're kind of the same thing. We have Gnawed of the Bone, which could be good. Opponent's down to 1 card. Do they get to flip? They should be able to flip this Delver, right? They brainstormed. Serpentine Curve. Woof. That's not good. Could even take damage to use Gnaw. Yeah, probably will. But the problem is... is they have Curve here. I'm going to eat their 1 insectile apparition. At least. The problem is the curve, yeah. Our chump blocker is bad to the Gnaw of the Bone, true. Well, we don't have mana to do anything else right now, so let's Gnaw. Upkeep, draw. Satyr Wayfinder. I'm gonna take Riveteers. Play Riveteer. Sack it. Okay. Probably just don't attack. Do we attack or do we not attack? So we don't attack. We need Necro and a couple. Yeah, true. I'm gonna say we don't attack. Lorian revealed, draw a bunch more cards. Only getting in with the 3/2, sure. Stupid Spire Golem. It's all of the bone and bunch, Sultai Graze with Lorian, right? I say if I were them, I would just crack it now. Honor Priest can kill the Fractal token. Almost. It's close. Kill off one of the terrors, though. It's a good draw. It's not bad. The question is, do we kill one of the terrors, or what do we kill, you know? The Spire Golems are an issue. Do we try to just draw up the lands for curve? I'm sure they have other curves in the deck. Yeah, where's our terrors? We have 3 more in the deck because we exiled 1. We have 3 more. How big curve? 9/9. So we could priest away one of the terrors. We could priest away one of the flyers. I don't want to do one of the flyers. We have 1 more priest in the deck. We have 2 more Gurmags, 1 more Gorging Vulture. Like, we have cards in the deck. I'm thinking Sultai Graze with Terror and Troll top end, Mongoose and Werebear bottom end, then heaps of removal, mill, draw card. Do it. Do it. Do it raw. Really? The problem is we don't have good answers for these flyers right now. And our opponent, I think, has better top decks than we do, probably. Actually, not having Werebear turned on is kind of a big deal. Then comes in the Fractal token. I hit yield through turn. Oh, damn it. The whole plan there was to Priest of the Haunted Edge away that Fractal token. Damn it. That was dumb. That was a bad play. I get in the habit of just yielding through turns to be faster, but it really fucks me in the end a lot of the time. Block. Why would it? Oh, it's activate only as a sorcery. God damn it. I'm reading the fucking shirt too. Like I'm wearing the shirt. All right, I'm scooping to that. I'm wearing the shirt too. Read the card. God damn it. Oh, I'm literally wearing the shirt that says to do the thing I didn't do. Well, that's my fault. That was on me. Oh, good, bro. We learning. That was on me. It was a fun match. You're right. Yeah, that. You just gotta read the cards. Okay, Priest is not instant speed because the card says so. All right. We live and we learn. True. Well, we live. I don't know how much I learn, but we live. I'm gonna mulligan this. Ooh. All right, this is better. I'm gonna actually probably just bottom Gurmag Angler and Necromass, which seems weird. Can I have a way to shuffle our deck, right? Yeah, and trust in the engine is what I'm gonna do here. What would you have done, Lotus, on that hand, on that keep? What would you have bottomed? Sunlit Marsh. Okay, Branchwood's kind of cool. Yield to instep. This is when they blow up my land. Be like, what the fuck? You're not the colors to do that. Seed Hope. I'd like to see a land here. Cool. Take a land. I'll say, yeah, if I want to keep drawing lands, I'm fine with this. Blanchwood Prowler. No, thank you. No thanks on the land. I don't think so. Psycho Troll. Exhume. Let's do Exhume here. I would have kept Necro and buried Seed in Gurmag since I have Satyr, third land drop. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, what is this? Is this Cycle Storm? I don't want to play this deck. Okay, late to dinner. Alright. It's a hard card for us to play around. Werebear's cool though. I wish Gorging Vulture has. It looks like it has Death Touch, right? It does not, but it looks like it does. Okay, so this is like Reanimator of some kind. So we know they have Nile Spellbomb. We're definitely going to want our Graveyard Hate stuff too. Because Troll of Khazad-dûm is pretty good. Like 4-color? The fuck? All over the place here. Exhum's good for us too. Like if you want to exhume opponent, like that'd be cute. You know, if you want to exhume, that'd be cute. I don't think I'm blocking this troll ever, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attack with Blanchwood Prowler. 4-color reanimator, yeah. Satyr Wayfinder. Let's get a 5th land here. Ooh, we got a crawl from the cellar. Wicked. Because we can crawl from the cellar, pick up Priest, and kill this troll off that way. I like 45 minutes before I go. If you want to play against me next one, sure, Pigeon. After this game, I'll play you. As long as we can get it before your 45 minutes before you gotta go. I mean, I'm probably not far off of the 45-minute gotta go line too, so. Generous int. Quit playing late to dinner and play fucking Thap. How are you that consistent? Reminds me of other format combo styles. A little bit. The problem is if we live long enough to get through this troll. So we go down to 12 here. Yeah, we should live through it. Problem is we can't, well, yeah, we can't crawl and play Priest. We can crawl and play Necromass, though. I don't have a good target for Necromass, but... No. I didn't count either, by the way. I just winged it and just assumed that it would. So they don't have like cast down and stuff. I don't know what all they run in this deck. I've never actually like really paid attention much of a list to this deck. But I know they have Exhume late to dinner. Improvised Club is still not going to do it for them. They just have another late to dinner. Because if they have another late to dinner, that's the nuts. Like, you don't draw that many late to dinners. They're lightning bowling the werebear. Sure. Yeah, I'm fine if we just wipe the board here. I have Gnaw to the Bone, my friend. You know? Eerie Soul Tender. Sideboard 4 Relic, 4 Dawnbringer, 4 Fairy Macabre, 3 Mass Vandal. Yeah, that'd be a pretty bad sideboard for us. Got another Eerie Soul Tender. That's kind of good. Speaking of late to dinner, am late for breakfast. Oh no, you better get through breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. It's also a hard word for me to say, breakfast. I always want to say breakfast. A speech impediment. It's been plaguing me for years coming in. Casually sides in 15 cards, right? I'm just gonna do this. There's hard cast and troll now. Gross. One, two, three, four. 5. Eerie Soul Tender. grab the Necromass. Play Necromass. Yield through turn. It's hard for me to say monetary Swiftspear. Yeah. It's probably not as hard for you in your natural language, right? Yeah, I was in speech therapy all the way up till the 7th grade for S's was my big one. And then I had some trouble with THs too. But that one wasn't as bad as the S's. The S's were the really hard one for me. Dude, I can do this all day. Eventually you're going to run out of stuff and I'm not going to. Do we get to keep our branchwood? Cool. Another late to dinner? You have not... Okay. They just have another troll. Oh, they have this thing. Sure. Sure. I actually think I'm just going to crawl from the cellar. I didn't crawl from the cellar last time because what I wanted to do was crawl from the cellar, pick up Priest, put a counter on Necromass. I don't think it's that important. They got Ardent Elmas too, though. Gross. Double Necromass, you say? We can Eerie Soul Tender, pick up Priest if we wanted to. I don't think we do. I think we just keep grabbing Necromasses. We were just going to fire off this Gnaw to the Bone and be like at like 180,000 life, right? Exhume? Okay. I should have grabbed Priest just to kill the troll instantly. Dang it. That's what I should have done. Alright, how much mana do we have? 8? Just trying to debate if we can Eerie Soul Tender, Writhing Necromass, and... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no, we're still shy for Gnaw to the Bone. So when they have Remand in hand, you're like, what? Gnaw will save the... well, Gnaw will save the day on this one. True. That little heart emoji was covering up a lot of it. Obviously, we don't attack here. Because I don't want to be in some kind of, like, spell range from Troll, you know? Which they could just have anyway. Gnaw to the Bone will be X1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Will be 14. Which is absurd. I swear if they have another reanimator spell, I'm going to be pissed. Alright, Gnaw to the Bone. For 1,000,000. All right. That's all we had to do was gnaw, and they're like, all right, I'm done. I'm out of here. We bring in all of our graveyard hate. I don't mind Priest. Priest kills a lot of their stuff pretty easily. I still like Gnaw to the Bone to draw the game out. What do I cut here? I legitimately don't know what I cut here. Maybe I just take out the Blanchwood Prowlers. They seem like the weakest of the bunch, and they just leave. Okay. Hey, Pigeon. Calling the Pigeon. I have it set as buddies only, so. Cacao! Right? Yeah, I like the deck, though. I think deck seems cool. We had a lot of sideboard stuff, but like, okay, Lotus, you're here, right? What do we cut? Like, what do we sideboard here? You know? Do we cut, like... Because, like, to me, Blanchwood seems probably, like, one of the weaker cards. I could be very wrong on that. But it seems like it's one of the weaker cards. Satyr's Engine. I guess we could have trimmed out a mask cut general. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be match dependent, but, like, in that match, we were bringing in 5 cards, right? Would it be Mass Vandal and Blanchwood Prowler? Would that be the cuts? That feels like what the cuts would be. They seem like they're the least impactful. Because engine, payoff, engine, payoff, pseudo engine. Right? It's like first gear engine, right? I think Seed of the Hope is better than Branchwood in that terms. Interactive piece. Engine. So yeah, probably Blanchwood Prowler. It's probably the cut. Where you at, Pigeon? Like, why couldn't they call it Quick Spear? Something, not a tongue twister? How did I miss that? I mean, Quick Swift kind of means the same thing. So you probably could just call it Quick Spear. -1 Vandal plus 1 Crypt, -1 Blanchwood plus 1 Nile, -1 Seed plus 1 Nile. You wouldn't bring in the Fairy Macabres to hit their targets? Monetary Pole Dancer, right? Okay, fine. I will jump in. Yeah, Pigeon, where you at? Sure, David, if you want to jump in. Yeah, Macabre too. Would you just go down the Blanchwood then? Or Chatbox covering it? Yeah, sorry. Bloop. Yeah, just trim. Okay. MTG loading, no worries. It's a race between David or Pigeon. Let's see what happens. I do like Werebear though. Werebear's cool. It's pretty good. On the draw, you could cut a land. Yeah. You're right about that. That's why I like having chat. I like having the interaction of, like, we can figure it out together. But thank you, Master Splinter. I've been watching a ton of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff because the new movie's coming out and I'm like pretty excited about it. But I found Paramount Plus has. All right, we got David in the match. Would like to see that match play out. I would have too, Lotus. I would have too. But I found Paramount Plus has the 2003 Four Kids run of TMNT, which is the one I grew up with. Good luck, or I hate my deck. Oh no. Mulligan this hand. Oof. Okay. Bottom, Gorging Vulture and Priest. Mono red. Is this big red? Many brain better than one brain. Hurt big game and many eat. Bottom, Swamp and Priest. Probably should have. I always forget Seder Wayfinder can find land. So you probably only need 2. Mind Stone. Okay, this is probably big red. No lands. 4 creatures. So we could turn 3 Necromass, or we could Blanchwood Prowler. I kind of like turn 3 Necromass. Got the Monarchy on me here. You mill 3 cards. The thing is, we don't hit 3 creatures. I mean, 2 creatures. Necromass still costs. So I need the red initiate. Was it one of them I got banned? That's good. Good. But yeah, the 2003 Four Kids TMNT, I found out it's on Paramount Plus. I've been watching it. It actually holds up. David believes it was banned. It actually holds up quite well, honestly. Another Commodore. Damn. Does it even matter if we try to steal the... I'm going for it. Damn. Should have seen it coming. Boarding party too. I'm like so dead. What about your deck did you not like, David? Seems pretty great to me. Blanchwood and Seder are not so hot draws late game. I consider Grapple of the Past over Blanchwood for this reason. It picks up any land creature and no one just mills that turn. I mean, yeah, it could be. Okay, well, I don't even know what we do against them. Probably the Mass Vandals, Cascades, and Mindstone only. Still. We could bring in Crypt Rats to deal with the Monarch dude. Probably just bringing in Mass Vandal. You think, Crip Rats? You need Blanchwood and Satyr to fill the graveyard. Grapple the Past fills the graveyard too, though. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. What was I saying? I'll keep this. The 2003 Ninja Turtles holds up really well. That's what I'm getting at. It's really good. The only difference is you don't get a 2/2 body off of it, but you get better pickups from it. So it's really just a trade-off. Like, do we need the creatures? You know, maybe we need the creatures for Necromass. And it's not a body on board to block. True. Yeah, we're back eating my sandwich. No worries. If you pick up Blanchwood, it's a 1/1. Yeah, but it's normally a 2/2, and you're not really wanting to pick up off of it. You're wanting to fill the graveyard more. I don't know. It's a weird choice. Let's see if David's deck will run that hot again. The problem is we don't have any like way to fill our graveyard right now with Mass Vandal. For Mass Vandal. Could attack their lands. Just gonna play Priest and go. Yeah, I get why the choice. I've just drawn it late and been upset. Did Pigeon ever appear? No. That is weird. What happened to you, Pigeon? Kind of drawing crap here. Drawing too many of our Crip Rats. Werebear. Oh, Pigeon's okay. I'm sure he's fine. Boarding party? This fucking thing? Sure. Do I really care about Pristine Talisman? I don't think I do. I think we trimmed out too much of our engine here, I think is what the problem is. Oh, come on. What are we, 2 cards away from being able to even play Gurmag Angler? We've drawn really poorly. Oh, I could have put a +1/+1 counter on Mass Vandal. Could have. But then we couldn't have picked up Priest. not sure why I prioritize getting priests so hard there. Don't know. Boarding party, sure. Get some Mind Stone. I'd play the rat to fill the graveyard. Yeah, I'm probably going to. See? Satyr Wayfinder is a good draw for us. Because you get stomped by boarding party last game. That's why Priest was on your priority. I guess so, maybe. I can crawl from the cellar to pick Priest back up. Or I can just wait. I'm just gonna wait. Actually, I think I want a Mass Vandal. Yeah, Pascal, David's the opponent. Sorry, I just now saw that. This thing. How does this thing work again? Search the library for a card name. Okay, so it just keeps refilling itself. Pretty good. Go Squadron Hawk. God damn it. Werebear. Seed of Hope. Grab River Tears. Sack River Tears. Grab a Schwump. And that's all I got. Werebear, Seed, and Gurmag. Yeah, I probably should Gurmag, actually, shouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Teletubby. I think I eat too many cards on my graveyard. I'm gonna turn off Werebear, yeah. It didn't matter because I guess they just have double burn for it. Oh, no. I think they misplayed that. I need to read my product. Damn. Didn't matter anyway. He is running super hot. And we are super fucked. 1, 2, 3. So we can Crip Rats, clean the board off, then we just get hit with another Avarax. So we basically take 6. I think we're fucked. I think that's what the deal is here. No. Rat sweep, then Gurmag, and hope for Knot of the Bone. Yeah, I should have swept on his turn. Oh well. Because he wouldn't have played the Avarax into it. You're right. Rookie mistakes. Rookie mistakes. Yeah, for 4 here. That's a card that exists. Avarax City, yeah, no kidding. We crawl from the cellar. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we get Gurmag. And then we Mass Vandal away their pristine talisman here. Could take a red source away from, and I can't pump as much. How relevant is him gaining 1 life every turn? Alright, let's see what they got here. Do we kind of stabilize a little bit? We're still in burn range, so we really need to find one of our one of our Knot of the Bones. One of our many Knot of the Bones. We're just dead to bolts. GG. Well, let's get into one more quick game. Let's get into one more quick game. David hates fun. I think his deck's fun. I like it. I think it's cool. The big red. I'll keep this. We were starting to stabilize, but yeah, we just got burnt out. We got too low of range. Gonna lead with Sea to Hope up. Big red is dope. Yeah, I like the deck. I think it's cool. Feels like it's like super powerful. Like I guess against what we're doing, it felt just brutal. GG's, David. The deck seemed awesome. Your deck seemed really sweet. Felt like it was running really, really hard. I think you're another person I have like pretty much nothing but a losing record against, I think I will pick up this Gurmag Angler. Might be too slow here. Yeah, I think you're another person, David, I have like a huge losing record against. Mono red back to back. What? Facing mono red decks back to back in Pauper? Unheard of. Your mono red's a lot cooler though. I'm playing Pristine Talisman and Orzhov Life Drain deck. Watching this makes me want to up the curve and add Mind Stone and some top end. I'll say it's cool. Pristine Talisman. I like it in that Ill-Gotten Inheritance deck I run. I like it quite a bit in that. So we could just Seed of Hope and Werebear here. Or we could Eerie Soul Tender. Gonna Eerie Soul Tender. One, two, three, four, five, six. So next turn we can Seed of Hope and Werebear. Hopefully that would be pretty good. Hopefully Dokuli. Cool, we just got rid of Swift Spear off the board. I'm down to clown. Seed Hope, gain some life. Pick up the Necromass. I just played Necromass here, honestly. Oh yeah, we have more life gain. We have a lot of life gain in this deck. We have main deck life gain. We have a lot. I thought I said more. That stupid little heart covering up the screen. We have a lot of life gain in our deck. Especially like if we just fire off Knot of the Bone. I don't think we can lose. I'm getting hungry. I don't know what I'm doing for lunch today. I'm assuming Necromass is just going to hold the board for us for a minute. Chicken nuggets or chicken strip and ranch. Oh, that sounds really good. If they want to waste a burn spell on this Necromass, I'm fine with that. Because we'll just literally get it back next turn. Nope. Cool. Yep. Sure. Fine with that. Bacon ranch. Ooh, shut up. I'm already hungry enough as it is. I don't need you, okay, doing this to me here. Unfortunately, we can't Crawl from the Cellar and Gurmag. Like, Gurmag put Crawl for the Cellar on top of Gurmag to make a 6/6. I'm also not really feeling like we're in the super danger mode to play Knot of the Bone this turn. Let's just gain 10. Crawl, pick up Necromass. Play Necromass again. No! Cost 2 less. Damn. Alright. Heal through turn. Tender Crisp Bacon Cheddar Ranch was my favorite BK sandwich. Oh, it was so good. I totally remember that. They just scoop it. I was hoping they'd rage quit out. That'd be hilarious. This matchup, I'm not really feeling bringing anything in. I think we just run it as is. There's an argument for Crip Rats. Probably a stronger argument than bringing in Mass Vandal. Just to kind of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring in 2 Rancid Earths. Just for funsies. Kill their hopes. I just saw where you said bring in Acid Earth. Because I imagine they have Kodatha, right? They might not, but... Keep this. Probably just bottom... Might bottom crawl here. No, cancel that. I don't want bottom crawl. It's bottom... Man, this is hard. We just bottom Werebear. I'm gonna bottom Werebear. It seems weird, but it's what we're doing. No turn 1 Swifty. It's kind of cool. Hooked Wave second, you win the game. Yeah, we gnaw to the bone for 10. And our opponent said, no thank you. Bottom seed. I thought about it, but I thought the life gain would be more important than Werebear. Because we have Crawl from the cellar, so we can pick up something that we mill over. At least that was my thought process. Because, like, we can run slow if our opponent can't execute their plan at all, you know? Let's grab the Riveteers. Swifty. Sure, I'll chump Swifty. Probably just Riveteers and Branchwood next turn. That's probably what I'll do. Maybe not. Maybe I will Priest of the Haunted Edge instead. Priest of the Haunted Edge could die to multiple burn spells. But if they play multiple burn spells, guess what? Doesn't go to our face. Burn feels like a good matchup. Like, as long as we can hit, like, one Gnaw to the Bone, like, I don't know how they win the game. Ping or Burn might be a different story, because we don't have a way to interact with Ping or Burn very much. Well, we might just be able to put on the aggression. But, I don't know. This version of Burn seems pretty good for us. Mind Collapse. The fuck is that? Okay. It's not a card I was expecting at all. Okay, Necromass is cool. Seed of Hope. I will take a snow-covered swamp. How much does Necromass cost? What are the chances we mill over 2 with Prowler? Probably not very good, so I'm just going to play Necromass here. They're running Mind Collapse now in the main as a 2-of. Probably, what, for the Terror matchup? I've never seen that card played before. Is it for the Terror matchup? That's what it's got to be for, right? Had a stretch there. If they attack with Swifty, I actually might just block the Volder and Epicure. Just so this Necromass doesn't die very easily. I think I'm going to. Necromass would be much harder to kill, and then I can crawl from the cellar, put a counter on it, pick up like Werebear. Okay, they just have Fire Blast anyway. Sure. Whatever. What's up, John? Just tuning in. Has Nimble Mongoose been considered? I don't know. This is not. This is a list that Lotus played a couple while ago. Raging Bull in the chat said that they have, but mine class doesn't go to face. True. They have. They've been playing it in in kind of a pseudo version of this kind of deck. We don't gnaw to the bone for very much here. Let's lead with Branchwood Prowler. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2. So Necromass only cost 1. Well, we are at 10. Gnaw is instant speed. It is instant speed. I'm just debating if I want to crawl from the cellar, pick up Writhing Necromass and play it, or if I want to gnaw to the bone. I think we just gnaw to the bone here. We can crawl from the cellar, Necromass, and crawl from the cellar next turn. Cause them to scoop again. I don't know. I'd prioritize gnaw at the moment. I think so too. We can't gnaw again next turn because that one was from the graveyard. And then gnaw again. I think I'm just going to chump here. Alright, they scoop it. Take that, Burn. So what was today's record? 2-2? No. No. It was 1-2. If you want to count the 1-0. If you want to count the 1-0 where they just quit out after game 1, after we beat them game 1. We did beat them fair game 1 though. Right? Well, yeah, we got the 1. So we did beat them fair game 1. So it could be 2-2. 2-2 with an asterisk, I guess. Anyway, let's talk about the deck. I like this deck a lot. It's really cool. I definitely don't think I played it very well. I'll be the first to admit that. I definitely don't think I had very good play lines. But I like the deck. It feels good against Burn, which is nice. Because Burn's annoying. We lost to David Royale's Big Red, which is just really cool. I like that deck a lot. It seems really sweet. I'll have to play it sometime. Outside of that, what did we lose to? We lost to Terror, right? So the one thing that I'm not big about this deck is there's not much interaction with our opponent. Other than Priest of the Haunted Edge. A lot of the time we're kind of like extending the game through Gnaw to the Bone and our other like life gain incrementals. Do I have Nimble Mongoose, by the way? Do I have that card? Yeah, you could play Nimble Mongoose. I just don't know where you'd put it in this list. Because you got to talk about our engine, right? I would like chainers for graveyard synergy, but that's about it. We could have chainers on the sideboard, absolutely. Could definitely have it in the sideboard. But yeah, outside of that, this deck itself, the engine works pretty well when it's up and running. And I think there's a couple games where I sideboarded and diluted the engine too much. Because I think the engine's kind of more important than the payoffs, really, because the payoffs are more recursive with Crawl from the Cellar and Eerie Soul Tender. So I think our engine's more important. So I think moving forward when I'm trimming, I think I would look at trimming like maybe a Gurmag. I don't know if I would trim Necromass, but maybe like you can go down the Gurmags a little bit. And maybe if you're trimming some of the engine, the weakest engine piece is Blanchwood Prowler, in my opinion. I think that's the weakest Blanchwood Prowler. Agreed? Yeah, I think so. I think Blanchwood Prowler is the weakest of the engine. And this is obviously match dependent, right? So against David, I trimmed out a lot of the engine, and we saw me hitting payoffs and got screwed, right? Sorry, I had to hang now. Not to be gross, but so we saw I trimmed out a lot of the engine and got punished for it. Not saying we'd win either way, but I also know that I think I diluted the engine too much. I put too much water in the antifreeze. What was I saying? Yeah, I think we diluted the engine too much. I think in our engine pieces, Blanchwood Prowler is probably the weakest of the engine pieces. You know, Slash, I think there's a picture of you at my parents' house. What? There's no shot. Personally, I'd go down 4 Blanchwood Prowler to grapple the past 2 chainers. I don't know. Y'all look like... Oh, okay, I got what you're saying now. I get it. Jesus on the wall. Do I not have... I have grapple with past, right? Am I just spelling it wrong? I was spelling it wrong. Grapple with the past, not from the past. Mill 3 cards. When you return, then you may return a creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. I definitely think it could be played in this for sure. Being instant speed's really nice too. Like I said, Blanchwood feels like the weakest of the bunch. It really does. It's nice to have a creature. It's not a bad go wide creature, but it definitely feels like the weakest of the bunch. Wayfinder's better. Soul Tender's better. Seed of Hope is really strong. Gorging Vulture is really, really good. Gorging Vulture might be my favorite piece of the engine, honestly. I like this card a lot. Because you will mill a Necro and can pick it up with grapple whenever... Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is true. I don't think I'm a fan of bringing in 2 Chainer's Edicts. I think I'm a fan of having Chainers in the sideboard, not main board. Honestly, like, I really think that's where I would rather be with it. Like, you could go down, like, maybe 1 Rancid Earth and go up. I don't know. But I would be willing to try 2 Grapple of the Past for sure in this list. I think that's fine. That's a fine addition. The 2 Nimble Mongoose. I don't know. We have our Werebears. We're getting into that diluting the engine, I think. But I would try it with 2 Grapple of the Past. Could be argued maybe you want to go up to 3. I don't know. We'll have to see. I would be willing to play this deck again when I find time to do so. But this deck's solid as is. It is. Gurmag is a little bit of a nombo with Werebear and Necromass, but it's just a good, efficient creature. Glowspore Shaman. In the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from your graveyard on top of your library. No. I mean, it's not bad. A 3/1's not bad, but I don't know if I like it. I think it puts it on top of the library too slow. Yeah, it's a little bit too slow. I think it's better if you need it to just go to your hand. Okay, I didn't think that was... Yeah, I didn't think that is any good. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. But yeah, I think everything else is fine. Knot of the Bone is fun to have main board, 100%. Crawl for the Cellar is really good. It's really strong. Yeah, I like it. I like the deck a lot. Definitely want to play it again. Definitely want to play more of it. But we'll see. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do some Modern 8 racking. I haven't fully decided yet. We'll see. But yeah, if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. $1 a month, 99 cents a month allows you to access to the community Discord server, along with your name turning green. You get the custom emotes in the chat. You also get a badge next to your name, and you'll get your name at the beginning and the end of the stream, which all is only for 99 cents. If you want to support the channel for free, the best way to do so is subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos. All that goes a long way to help my channel out in the algorithm. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next stream. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, Lotus. Thank you, Bull. Everybody, have a good, wonderful rest of your day, and I'll hopefully catch you tomorrow. See you, everybody.